very delighted to share this series with you. It is called To My Tiny Typhoons, and it's really a digital catalog of different life lessons that I have been recording and storing away for my teenage daughters. I have two incredible powerhouse teenage daughters, and I've been thinking about this since they were born. What are the lessons that I want to make sure that they have as they're growing up? And so I'm so glad that you're here. I'm so honored that you're here. I hope that you will engage, that you will subscribe, you will like, because honestly, your girl is trying to create another stream of income. So hit subscribe, like, engage, comment. I would love to connect with you via this YouTube channel, and I hope you have the most wonderful day. After you watch this, I hope you go into the world and make it a significantly better place. Thank you. Bye. Hi, my tiny typhoons. I'm recording another video for you for this series To My Tiny Typhoons, and it's I'm so delighted and I'm so happy that I'm able to do this for you. I hope that these videos, especially as you grow up, that they bless you. I wanted to write a letter to you, actually, as a book full of letters to you as you're growing up to encourage you and to be something that I can offer to you, especially if one day I'm no longer here with you, that you still have mommy's funny words of wisdom. And so here it is. This is another video. And today we are talking about how, really, the topic of today's video is how the kingdom of God is in the depths. And this was a phrase that came to me during a season of life where it really felt like I was living in perpetual grief, not because of anything that was happening to like in our family dynamic, but really in the world. And thinking about how the kingdom is in the depths is that the kingdom of God in meaningful Christ-centered communities is in the depths of life. It's in the depths of deep, deep transparency and vulnerability and bravery. That the kingdom of God is in the depths of everything that is never captured on social media. It is in the depths of the hardest parts of life. It is in the depths of our human experience. The kingdom of God is in the depths. The community of Christ-centered believers in meaningful relationship that I have prayed for you to have since you were itty bitty babies is all in the depths. It is past the shallowness of this world. It is past the shallowness of what could be Christian community, but it's in the depths. And right now, I am healing up from a surgery that they were hoping would identify the root cause of why I've been suffering for the last 16 years with sporadic, debilitating onset of physical pain that would leave me vomiting on the floor, unable to do anything. And the only times I remember never having an episode was when I was pregnant with you too. But the surgery that I just had was to hopefully identify. It was an attempt. And when I woke up from surgery and your dad told me what the doctor said to him, they did not find the cause. So it feels like we're back at square one. And I feel like God has just placed a wall of protection around me against just discouragement and lies that I will be in this forever. I am still holding on to the audacious hope that God can heal me, and the steadfast faith that even if God doesn't heal me, He has still done everything for me. I'm living in that middle, right? The sermon that I preached at Live Life at our church. I'm in that middle of having audacious hope and a steadfast faith that if God never heals me, and you will grow up, my precious darlings, my girls, seeing me on the floor vomiting with dad holding me, God is still everything. But in the journey of 16 years of never being healed, never experiencing miraculous healing, one of the things that I learned was that the kingdom of God is in the depths. It is in the vulnerability, the transparency, and the bravery of a Christ centered community and relationship where people are holding on to that hope with me and encouraging me when it feels like my steadfast faith is being shaken. That the depths of community is not just having people around you when things are going really, 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 really well. In the Christian community, we call that like the mountaintop moments and like the valley moments. And the valley moments are usually like the poo-poo areas and spaces and seasons of your life when things just freaking suck and are not. It doesn't feel like things are going well for you. And the mountaintop is the the friggin' awesome celebratory victory moments where things are going so awesome and God is moving and healing, and it doesn't feel like your prayers are just out of your mouth onto the ground, because that's sometimes how the valley feels. And oftentimes I find, at least in myself and what I've been walking through, is it's really easy to have community on the mountaintops. It's really easy to have people who are there for the celebration and the high, shallow, like they're not always shallow, but the high moments of your life. It is different to have community in the valley. It is different to have community in the depths of despair. It is difficult and brave and freeing to have a kingdom-minded community in the depths of sorrow. That that's girls, that's what I've been praying for you for your entire life, is that you would find community in the depths, because I really believe that the kingdom of God is in the depths. And I'm not saying the kingdom of God isn't on the mountaintops, that God isn't present on those mountaintop movements. I'm saying that there's something uniquely different about a kingdom minded community and having that support in the depths. And why is this so real to me right now? This is real to me right now because I just had surgery and we didn't find the answer. And it feels like I'm back at square one. And I know that there's just the wall of protection around me to not be discouraged because we don't have an answer. But I'm smiling because I'm all right. I was on a freaking roll, but the GoPro turned off because it was overheating. So now I got to get back into the space of going what I was talking about, which was, I just had my surgery babies last week, and you two have been such an incredible help to Daddy and I as we figure out, how I was going to recover and everything like that. So why I'm still smiling about everything is I am still able to heal and be in such a vulnerable state physically and know that the kingdom of God, the meaningful relationships that I have, all of that, there has not been a single night where we did not have delicious homemade food or the ability to have DoorDash because people signed up for the meal train via DoorDash gift card. Like, there was not a single moment in this recovery where we were not surrounded by the love and care of people that a lot of them are people I've spent the last 16 years in relationship with, in the depths with, building relationship, and who have been praying for me for the last 16 years of my life. So when I talk about the kingdom being in the depths, the kingdom being in the spots of your life where it is nitty gritty and hard and challenging and makes you want to shake your hand at the world and sometimes at God, in those spaces right now, I am seeing the depth and beauty of relationship in the depths. And I remember when that phrase came to me, we were in a season of life where I was coming through a lot of grief. And one of the things that I remember is, gosh, I was like, we were getting invited to weddings and baby showers and all these mountaintop moments, right, in someone's life. All of those things, we were getting invited to those things, but we didn't have relationship with those people in the depths, that we didn't have relationship where they even ever sat at our dining room table. We have never sat at theirs. We didn't have deep, meaningful relationships where we were being invited to the mountaintop by people that weren't with us in the valley. And because I recognized that I needed to steward my time, my resources, my gifts more wisely, I had to really think about all the spaces. So I'm readjusting all the spaces in our family's life, my life, where we were going to invest. And so when the phrase "the kingdom is in the depths," it was a way for me to filter how we were going to be building relationship and community, as a family. And Dad was in alignment with me that we wanted to have deep, meaningful relationships with people who were in the depths with us, because we knew there will be a day and a time and multiple times in our lifetime where we would show up for people in their depths and they would show up for us in our depths. And so coming out of surgery and today being the first day I can wear real pants, which are leggings, which girls, leggings are real pants. Besides the point, you know, we saw the kingdom of God. We saw the people of God show up for us in the depth of 16-year journey with my health. We saw people journey with us in the recovery where, we've had people come and visit me while all I could do was lay in bed and I would fall asleep, because I was still coming off all the anesthesia and stuff. Like I was falling asleep, and just the intimacy of having people spend time with us when, I wasn't fully well and I wasn't the regular energetic mom who was moving around, buzzing, laughing, everything. I could only lay there. And so, gosh, it just feels so incredibly profound for me to record this video today, healing from surgery, to talk to you, my babies, about how the kingdom of God is in the depths, the kingdom, that God-centered community, like it's in the depths, it's in the nitty-gritty, it is in the valley and in the spaces where everything isn't celebration. And there's a time, I love to celebrate. So there's a day and a time for celebration. And it's fantastic. But the depth of community that you have with people is going to be built and sharpened in the valley, in the depths, in the dark parts, in the despair, in the grief, in the hardship, in the healing, in the journey that not everyone is going to journey with you. So to my tiny typhoons, one of my prayers for you as your mom is that you would be wise with who you invite into the depths, and you would be wise about building a Christian community with people who are not only going to be there when things are really good, but people who are going to be there for you when things aren't great. I love you so much. Just know that from the moment that I knew I was pregnant with you, I was praying for you. I was praying for your future community. I was praying for the future churches you will be a part of. I was praying prayers of protection around you, especially in friendships where I remember having teenage friendships. That was really hard. So just know you have been covered in prayer, not just by me, and not just by Daddy or just our family, but by people who were forged in relationship in the depths. I love you so much. All right, thank you so much for watching today's letter to my tiny typhoons. I hope that you have a wonderful day, and remember, go out into the world and make it a better place. Bye.